Hi, this is Africa Archield, and today we're going to talk about what to do when you feel like you need to move, but your brain is more of, I don't know what I'm doing. This is episode 4 of the Soft Fire series. It's for women who are circling clarity like it's the golden ticket, when actually it is movement that creates momentum. If you haven't downloaded the Soft Fire Companion Kit yet, what are you waiting for? It's called Lead Without Shrinking, and it is full of tools to help you make bold, intuitive moves without waiting for every light to turn green. It is in the pinned comments and also in the description. Grab it now. I know sometimes for me, I want to feel like I'm absolutely aligned, that I am certain about what I'm doing. And I have news for you. Sometimes you just can't be certain. You have to get in motion to get clear. It's like you're asking the universe to give you certainty, and the universe is like, hello, where is your courage? You need to get moving. Don't worry, I'll show you the rest of the way. We get so caught up in the how. How is this going to happen? Where is the plan? And I know I love a step-by-step plan, and I'm guessing you do too. And if that wasn't enough, we're taught if we're going to be in business that we should have a business plan, i.e., step-by-step, what we're going to do every day, what are our benchmarks, etc., etc., etc. And we want that business plan, that step-by-step business plan from the universe. The universe is like, no. How about you take the first step and then I'll show you the next step. And I'll give you a nudge about the one after that. And it's just not the way that we're used to working in the world. But this is a new way of doing business. And so you have to have the courage to step into this new way business is being done. There's one thing I want you to remember. You don't need to rush. Clarity doesn't come from rushing. Clarity comes from movement. And those two things are not the same. And on some level, you know that you need to be in motion. It just makes logical sense. And even in hustle culture, they talk about making big, bold moves. Heck, go back to my old videos. You'll hear me talking about making big, bold moves, because movement always has built momentum. We know that. We know if we stay in the same way that we are going to have to fight inertia to get momentum, to build that momentum, and to get going. So making moves just makes sense. We know that intuitively. And yet, we're not moving. So what the heck is that about? And remember before I talked about certainty? We want to be certain we're making the right moves. We want to be certain that this step is the right step, and talking to that person over there is the right thing to do. That certainty is keeping us trapped. And that certainty, that desire for certainty makes sense because there's a lot of fear involved. And it's moving past that fear that's going to actually get us into momentum. And that fear, wow, it could show up in so many ways. It could be the fear of being wrong. It could be the fear of the outcome itself, right? What if it's a bad outcome? Oof. What if that person that we talk to on that discovery call or sales call or whatever it is that you call it says no, or let me think about it, or maybe some other time? We don't want that outcome. And so that outcome, or the thought of that outcome, almost paralyzes us. So we don't move at all. So we're not getting out there. We're not being visible. We're not taking that next step. We're not talking to people. We're not using our networks because we're so afraid of being wrong, of being rejected. And honey, it was never about you or me at all. It's the concept of perhaps what you're doing. It's the way that you framed what you're doing. But it's not you. It's not me. And I'm not saying that I don't ever get my head wrapped up in this. I am not a perfect human. Right? I don't think any of us are. That's why we're here learning. But it's remembering now we're in business. It's not necessarily about us. Now, it can be about, like I said, what we're presenting, that concept, the way we're presenting the concept, what we say the problem that it solves. And you are talking about the problem it solves, right? That's what's being rejected, not you. Not you. I want to hit a couple of more things that I've noticed around this fear. One is this obsession, and I do mean obsession, and I too have gotten caught up in this obsession, like, please like and subscribe and share with your friends. I too have been caught in this. I need validation. I'm looking for those optics. I'm looking for views. I'm looking for likes. I'm looking for comments. I'm out here on these social media streets. And so are you. We're obsessing about these things. And sometimes I have to wake myself up and remember, if something I have said, if something I've written, if something I've communicated in any way on these social media streets helps one person, I've done my job. I've done my job. The likes, the comments, the subscribers, the followers, the hearts, or whatever it is, that is a byproduct. And it's a nice to have, not a must have. The must have is reaching other people with your message, elevating other people, helping them see the possibilities. And I know sometimes we don't want to move and get out there because you're like, we're not going to have 100,000 likes on a video. We're not going to have, 10,000 people liking our post or whatever it is, right? That's vanity. And yes, in theory, your message got out in front of more people. And that's quite lovely. Let me not say that's not lovely. That is quite lovely. But the point of this whole thing is, did it reach one person and help them? The answer is yes. Boom. That piece of content did its job. Right? Don't be afraid of not getting the kinds of metrics or accolades that you want right away. Those are byproducts of doing the work. So let them be the byproducts. I said I had two more things around these fears of not moving and what keeps us stuck. The second thing is waiting to be ready. Waiting to be ready. Holy crap-ola. I have had so many friends waiting to be ready. Right? This goes back to everything. I must know the entire plan. I must have everything in place. I'm trying to get all my ducks in a row. I'm waiting to be ready to get out there to help the people. And some of these people have been waiting to be ready, waiting for this perfectionism to materialize for decades. If you're watching this video and you're thinking, I'm waiting to be ready, stop waiting, start doing. Stop waiting, start doing. Take that first step. Make that first post. Make that first video, whatever it is. Whatever it is, when you sit, you take a moment to really ground and center and reach out to the divine. Say, what's the next step I need to take? You'll hear an answer. Now, it may not be the answer you want to hear. Many times for me, it was not the answer I wanted to hear. But that's your next step. Take that step, and then the next step will be revealed. Right? I said that at the beginning. I said that for a couple of videos now in this Soft Fire series. It's one step at a time. The whole thing isn't revealed to you at once. And I know that can be scary, because you've been conditioned that before you do anything, you have to know everything. I'm going to say something that might be a little controversial, right? But channel the average white guy and just go do the thing, right? There's so many guys I know who'll just go out there and say, I'm a writer. They've written one freaking sentence. They didn't have to write an entire trilogy before they thought maybe, perhaps, I might be a writer. And I'm going to proclaim myself as one. Right? They made $2 online and now they know everything about online sales. Can you channel just a little bit of that energy and get started? Please? Just a little bit. There's a truth that I want to share with you. Indecision is a trauma response. It keeps you safe. So safe. And it also is keeping you from rising. Baby, you were born to rise. You were born to lead. You were born to share your gifts. Don't let indecision, don't let that past trauma rob you of that. I'm going to say again, I know sometimes it can be hard to take that first step. Sometimes it's hard for me, and I've been doing this for decades. And sometimes it's hard for me to take that next step on days. So I want to give you a few things, and I've talked about them in this video, but I want to bring them all together right now for you. So you just come back to this part of the video anytime you need to when you're trying to figure out, I'm in this foggy mode. I know I need to move forward, but I don't know how. You're going to come back to this part of the video and you're going to grab your how. Okay? Earlier I said that you need to sit, you need to ground. I will put some links below this video on videos I use to ground. Yeah, hello, they're my videos, but yes, I will put some links below for grounding videos. Okay? And when you sit and ground, and you're there with the divine, you're there with your guides, okay, and you're asking for help. Are you with me? Okay. This is what we're going to ask. What feels true right now? What feels true right now? What is my next step? Even if I can't do it perfectly. What is true? What is my next step? Even if I can't do it perfectly. When you ask that question, front of the divine, in front of your guides, in your prayer, in your meditation. Like I said before, you're going to get an answer. You're going to get that next step. Because why? You're asking for help. And I know sometimes asking can just be difficult. But asking is part of the movement. Asking is bringing forth some momentum. Okay? Sometimes we just need to, like I said, make some micro movements, right? So where are these micro movements you can do? You can make a call, write a DM to someone, make a post. Hello, you're watching a video? Make a video. It doesn't have to be perfect. Do you know what editing I'm going to do on this video? It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just movement. I'm going to tell you something. I have some other things I want to say, but as an aside, because I have asides, there is a video that I made. It was in August 2020, and I think a handful of people watched it. A handful at best. And then sometime in spring of 2021, there's people watching it every day. Every day. It blew my mind. I would go and I would be doing something and I would happen to check my analytics, and sure enough, it had a view, if not multiple views, every single day. And that, I remember making it in August of 2020. And I remember not getting that many views. And I remember being a little disappointed, but knowing, hey, it helped a few people. And some people have written some nice things below in the comments. So I'm just going to be happy about that because it did help people. And heck, I watched the video and it helped me. It's one of my meditation videos. It literally didn't start taking off for almost 6 months. Do not belittle the micro movements that you make today, because you don't know where they're going to take you, where they're going to take others. Make the micro movements. Be surprised by the results. They're like little seeds that we sow, and they bear fruit later. And some of them bear fruit right away. One other thing I want to share with you. I want you to move like the version of you, like the leader. Hello, Lead Without Shrinking. Have you downloaded it yet? Move like the leader that you are, that trusts the nudges that you receive. It doesn't rely on the plan. I'm going to say it one more time. Move like the leader that you are, that trusts the nudges you receive, rather than relying on a plan. I know I got some Virgos out there, some Virgos rising, specifically, right? People who have a lot of Virgo in their chart, and they're like, what? Even some Capricorns are ready to like throw me under the bus. It's important to trust those nudges more than the plan. Sometimes we get too focused on the plan, and this is really what I'm talking about, and it makes it to where we cannot move, where we lose our momentum. Trust the nudges. It is lovely to have a plan, and also know it's just as lovely to sway away from the plan if that's where the nudges took you. I have an affirmation that I'm hoping will help cement this all together for you. Trust me, I'll be watching this video again, so it's going to cement it together for me too. All right, so just say this after me. I don't need to see the entire path. I just need to honor the next step. One more time. I don't need to see the entire path. I just need to honor the next step. I want to remind you, your power isn't in knowing. It's in showing up and showing up and showing up again. Now, if you haven't already, make sure that you download the companion kit to the Soft Fire series. Lead Without Shrinking. It's incredible. It's in the pinned comment and in the description below. If you want intuitive clarity and support, you can book a Soulful reset session with me or a cosmic consultation. The links are down in the description below. And in either one of them, you know what? I'm not going to give you the answers. I'm going to help you realize that you already have them. Ooh, episode 5. You're going to love, love, love it, because we are getting into expansion. And if you've ever found yourself in a place where you have grown exponentially, only to boom, snap back again, you're going to love episode 5. And when it's up, you're going to see it right over here. Hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications. You don't want to miss any part of this Soft Fire series. I'm Africa Archield, and if your spirit said yes to the truth that you heard in this video, make sure to check out the pinned comment and the description. Until the next episode, peace, joy, love to you.